I'm going to talk about the resources we have to ward off spiritual harassment. There are many possibilities, but I'm going to mention the ones I think are most important. I elaborate on this topic in detail in the book I wrote called Projection of Consciousness, an Evolutionary Tool. The first important thing to consider is to be optimistic. I know there's a prerequisite to be optimistic. If you are not okay with yourself, well resolved, you won't be able to. But it's good to look for a positive expansion for the things that are around us, otherwise a small event takes you down to the big toe chakra. Optimism is one of the items. Now, consider that, self-discipline. Self-discipline is fundamental. You need to be internally organized to do things. This organization has to be reflected on the outside too. If you are about to do something, what's the best way to do that? And then put it into practice, without taking lots of things with us, in our huge backpack of emotional messy events. What do I have to do? That's it. How do I have to do it? That's the way. It would be great. The other thing is confidence on the assistance of our spiritual supporters. For example, if you have a friend that you can trust and express this trust, this will surely be nice for him. This reciprocity, this response he gives you will also be very good. We need to learn to like people with sincerity, our spiritual supporters too. This is another important item. Look, we can't remember our spiritual supporters only when we need something. No, they don't have to do anything for us. We are the ones who need to do it all the time, and they guide us during the process. Otherwise we keep asking all the time, help me, give me that, do that for me. And then we transform our supporters, not only them, we turn God, the saints, Jesus, Buddha, all entities, and all consciousnesses we think are evolved into our employees. This is not a good idea. Get in touch immediately with reality. This is important because if you think about it, whenever you experience a negative event, you expand negatively and things get even worse, because we are good at adding fear. Really good.
Aí você expande negativamente e a coisa vai ficando cada vez pior, né? Porque a gente, para somar medo, né, é ótimo, nós somos bons para isso. Agora, para somar coisas positivas,
now, to add positive, safe, happy, coherent, organized things, we have a lot of difficulty.
Então, isso é item que eu considero.
So, this is an item I consider very important. Get in touch with reality right away. Analyze what's happening before growing negative and inferring things that are not real, because in this area, harassing spirits operate very well. Someone says to you, look, this is dangerous. And that's it. The thing grows inside you in such a way that a harassing spirit, which belongs to the union of harassing spirits, from Brazil or from the world, will be able to handle it efficiently and you won't feel well. So, let's expand ourselves positively. Another, maintain some balance during difficult situations. We need to learn how to deal with these situations. A situation we can't manage is when our expectations are frustrated, when we make an emotional investment, this has to work. And then it goes wrong. This causes immediate anger. We make a well-organized internal plan the way we have learned during our life. A story. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end. The end is always happy, and if it doesn't finish well, you get frustrated. This frustration causes unbalance, bad humor, anger, especially anger. So, let's make sure we don't fall into this trap, which starts like an emotional trap, but it becomes a spiritual one later. These ideas I'm presenting are very efficient to avoid spiritual harassment. When you talk to someone about something that troubles you, this disorganizes you, instead of being neutral and able to talk about anything.
Isso desorganiza a gente, ao invés de a gente estar isento daquilo e conversar. Porque tem coisas que
Because there are things inside us that bother us. Think about it. Someone mentions something, but you don't want to talk about it. You end up angry and in bad mood. So, we should be aware of that, because this is another way. It's not a good idea. What am I talking about? The resources that help us ward off spiritual harassment. That's what I'm talking about. A mature and responsible, effective relationship. Think about it. To relate to another person, all people need to be respected. I'm talking about both sides. Not only one. No, everybody deserves respect. Everybody needs to treat others with affection and dignity. People are important. It's essential to understand this, not only at the end of our life. We do things. We all make countless mistakes, but don't review them, or have the sensitivity to recognize them and act right. This world would surely become better. An effective relationship between a man and a woman, or any other couple. It doesn't matter. But the relationship should have respect. I have no doubt. If you have any question, tell me. You can send them through our website. Before finishing, another important thing I consider is to learn how to say no and receive a no. Without emotional burdens. Because when we say to someone, look, no, I don't want that, you can put a tremendous emotional burden. Even if you seem to be neutral, the other feels you are saying with all emotional processes, with anger, an attempt to submit others, along with all wrong emotional responses. So, learn how to say and receive a no without a bad reaction. It's extremely important. So, I've mentioned a few items. If you ask me again, I will probably have to read it again, review, because I think they are. When we set strict rules, it's not as happy as having common sense. So, those are the resources that help us have a better condition in regard to the harassment activity that troubles us, bothers us, and delays our life. If you like this video, leave your like and also subscribe to the channel. You can find our website address and our social networks in the description. Follow us to receive more content on human behavior and spirituality. We'll meet again to make this wonderful relationship path together. This subject is in my book, Projection of Consciousness, an Evolutionary Tool. You can find the book and other study materials in our online store. We'll meet in the next video.
Nós nos encontramos no próximo Fatores Espirituais.
Would you like to participate in a work of energy giving from afar that is benefiting thousands of people? Click on the link below for more information.